Getting rich in the Marine Corps is actually way easier than it seems on the surface. I know you don't get paid the most as a regular job. Compared to a regular job, we are pretty underpaid on paper, but there's so much loopholes to the Marine Corps that I'm figuring out, that other people are figuring out. I have friends with 5-figure savings accounts already. I have friends that are halfway to 50K, and we've only been in for about a year and some months. By the way, I'm on a hike right now, a little nature work, so if you hear me going in and out of breath, that's because I'm doing my workout and this has been on my mind. So, by the way, look at this view. It's fucking beautiful. But before we start on the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. We're so close to 1,500 subscribers, guys. We are actually doing our thing on this channel, so please subscribe. It's free. You get more videos like this, but let's get right into it. So on paper, we get paid in E1 through E4, pretty much you get paid 1,000 to about, I want to say the best average I've heard of was 1,300 a paycheck, right? And in this economy, that's under average. That's pretty bad. My previous job before the Marine Corps, I was getting paid 1,800 to anywhere to 4,000 a paycheck. If you follow my channel long enough, you'll know that I used to work in sales and my worst paycheck was $1,800. But I joined the Marine Corps, right? And the biggest reason for me joining the Marine Corps was so that I could start my own life, because even making the 1,800 to 4,000 a paycheck wasn't enough. I don't know how. Maybe it was my spending habits. Maybe it was just living in New York. It was not enough. I couldn't afford an apartment, right? And that was the biggest reason I wanted to join the Marine Corps. It's free living. I was gonna move out of New York and I was gonna start my own life, right? And I did so, right? I went to boot camp. It sucked. I went to ITB. That definitely sucked. It was what I thought boot camp was. I'm in the infantry, so I had to go to my schoolhouse, which is ITB. If you guys want to know what that is, if you're interested in joining the infantry, I have a video on my channel about that, so check it out. But ITB is what you think boot camp is. Let's just say that. Absolutely hated it. Thought I made a bad decision joining the Marine Corps. Not gonna lie to you. I was in my head, I messed up. I was like, damn it, I gotta wait out these 5 years. I gotta just thug it out. But then I hit the fleet, right? I got ordered to sunny South California about a year ago now, right? And little did I know, my life was gonna change so drastically. It changed so drastically in the positive direction. I ended up becoming a team leader for my platoon. Always just training. I'm training right now. I'm always training because I love my job now. I'm always doing what I can to get better. And I'm just in love with my job. I'm in love with California. Sunny all the time. Today is a super cloudy day. The weather here is perfect. Look at the freaking view. This is insane. Still amazing. But I moved here and now I'm settled in the fleet and this is what I'm doing, right? Now, when it comes to spending, right? When I first got to the fleet, I'm not gonna lie, South California is one of the most expensive places in the United States, right? And I was struggling a lot to save money. I was going out every weekend. I was eating out pretty much every day. And I literally couldn't save a dime to save myself. I would get down to the dollar every paycheck. And I was like, how is this happening? I'm not getting paid enough, right? And then I started to utilize my benefits, right? And this is the thing about the Marine Corps that you need to be intentional with, right? And I'm speaking for single Marines, not married ones. But basically, I started to use the chow hall, right? If you put everything together, I do get paid around $2,500 to $3,000 a month, a paycheck, because my rent is $0. I live in the barracks. Is it the best? No, but me and my roommate, we made it our own little thing, right? And now we live in sunny South California, which the average rent here is 4 to 6K. So now we're living here for free. I'm right at the gate. I can leave within 2 minutes. And we're living here, so rent is taken care of. In the civilian world, I never made enough to live by myself. I lived with my mom. I couldn't live by myself. Even making $2,000 to $4,000 a paycheck, I just couldn't live by myself. It was too expensive. Here, that's taken care of. The Marine Corps takes care of it. When it comes to my benefits, like healthcare, that's free here. Is it the best? No, it's not. But you have free healthcare as a United States citizen. And if you're an adult, Lord knows healthcare can get crazy. So healthcare is completely taken care of for me, right? The next thing, food. And this is the key. This is the part where a lot of young adults mess up, because you want to go out to eat, you want to eat good food. And I started to just challenge myself. The chow hall is really not that bad, especially we got a new one here at my area. The food is not bad, it's not the best, but you make the best of what you got, if that makes sense. The chow hall, I treat it like my breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I treat it like my diet, right? Because they have a lot of healthy food in there. So I get the chicken breast, I always get salt and hot sauce, and I'm always spicing up my own thing. Now, if you treat the chow hall like it's a bad thing and that the food is disgusting, you're gonna naturally eat out more. And eating out, I'm telling you that $20 to $40 a day, 2-3 times a day, you don't think it's doing anything until you're spending damn near $500 to $600 a week every 2 weeks on food, which is insane. So what I do is on Saturdays, on Sundays, I'll go out to eat. I'll grab a bowl of Chipotle for $12, right? But the chow hall, you need to utilize the chow hall. That is one of the biggest things that a lot of young Marines don't use, because they get their first taste of freedom, their first taste of money, and the first thing they want to do is just eat out every day. No, you need to go to the chow hall, utilize the chow hall. It has protein and stuff. You can low-key get big off the chow hall. It's actually kind of insane, because you can get seconds, thirds, fourths. It's like a buffet style. But I started utilizing the chow hall, and for the last 2 months, I've been able to save over $5,000 between all my incomes, which is amazing. I just got back from the chow hall. All I'll buy is a little monster here and there. So you got rent, you got free healthcare, you got free chow hall. Now, the next thing is your job expenses, right? Everything is issued to you. Everything is given to you. The only thing you need to buy here and there, I would say, I'm in the infantry, so I go to the field a lot. I call it the pre-field op, like grocery shopping. I would say $50 or less, buying batteries, 550, zip ties. If you're in the Marine Corps, you know what I'm talking about. And then that's about it. That's all you gotta buy. You can always invest in your gear, which I have. I've invested in my kit and stuff because I just want to do good at my job. And I'm wanting to re-enlist, so I might as well just reinvest in my gear. But all those things, you don't need to pay for. Those are just wants, right? So your job takes care of you when it comes to the finances as well. Now, when it comes to your first contract, this is another thing that I want to speak on. Your first contract is not the most financially rewarding on the paycheck side. You're going to get paid $1,000 to $1,400 or $1,300 a paycheck, right? And it's not the best. There's no way to go about it. But it's always about the money you keep, not the money you make. So with the chow hall, free living, you can go on nature walks. You can enjoy yourself like this. I go to the pool. I can go a full week spending $20, which you can't do that in the civilian world. That's impossible. But in this base, in this world, you can go a full week and you just spend $20. So it's actually pretty cool. The second contract, though, that's when things get financially rewarding. That's when you start to get the $1,600 to $2,000 paychecks every paycheck, not including the annual raises that we get from the government. And you start to get sign-on bonuses. If you were a good Marine in your first contract, you get 60,000 sign-on bonuses. You get special duty assignments that pay you $4,000 a paycheck. My drill instructors were making $90K a year. They told me they had $60,000 signing bonuses with $90K a year salaries, which that's when you're actually making money. And this includes you're still living free, you're still eating free at the chow hall. It's just cold $90,000 a year coming to you. That's insane to really think about, especially in today's economy. In the civilian world, you breathe and you spend $100. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You go to work, you gotta buy breakfast, you gotta get gas, you gotta do all this, you gotta get your breakfast, lunch, and dinner, you gotta go grocery shopping, you gotta spend all this money, just like stuff that creeps up on you. Next thing, you're spending damn near $1,000 in a week just sustaining yourself, which is crazy. But then here, you get paid $1,000 to $1,300 on your first contract at least, but you keeping all that money. That's cold cash that you can keep and invest. You can invest 80-90% of that and you'll be good. You'll be okay. I've got friends with $30,000 bank accounts already because they just don't spend their damn money. They don't have nothing to spend it on. They just go out, You don't need to spend a lot of money to go out. That's a myth to me. Everybody chips in $10 for gas, and then you go on a nature walk or go and sightsee, things like that. You know what I mean? Even if you do stuff, find something that's $20. You know what I mean? You're only spending $30 to $50 in a weekend. But this lifestyle, you can live it very frugally. And I will definitely say the Marine Corps I can definitely thank the Marine Corps for that. It's the thing that's getting me closer to re-enlisting, because you can't do this in the civilian world. It's just too hard. And I had a great job before the Marine Corps, and it still just wasn't enough. Maybe it just was my spending habits, but I don't know. You just can't sustain as much as you can in the military. And once you get that second contract going, once you become an E6, you get your own and that's not even talking married couples. If you're a married couple, you get BAH, which is just this thing where they give you the average rent for that state. So in California, you would be getting an extra $3,000 on your paycheck just so that you can live off base and buy your own apartment for free. So now you're living in a modern, nice apartment or even house for free. Think about that. That's insane. Or if you want to live the on-base housing, the houses are absolutely beautiful. It's actually insane. And then let's say you're not married and you make it to E6, which is a staff sergeant. They still give you that BAH, and they're like, hey, now you rate living in this nice house. Now you rate living off base if you want. Things like that. It gets really financially rewarding. And that's what I'm pretty much chasing here in the Marine Corps. Now, is it going to be infantry, all 4 or 5 contracts? Probably not. But we'll see. I want to go recon. We'll see if that works out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. That is why you can get rich in the Marine Corps very easily. You start investing that money. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.